Hey guys, what's going on? If you're new here, my name is BrittanyNichole. I have hooded eyes and I tend to do a lot of videos that suit my hooded eye boys and girls. Don't worry if you don't have hooded eyes, it will work for you too. You just don't have to fake your crease. So today we are gonna go in once again using the Wet n Wild Dragon Scales palette. You guys asked me for an in-depth tutorial when I did like a super quick one in my initial review of the Wet n Wild Fire Dragon versus Ice Dragon. So that is what we are doing today. I wanna say thank you so much for asking me to do a more in-depth tutorial because it's allowing me to get out of my comfort zone of warm tones and really kind of play with the cool tones, which I think is really fun, especially for fall. I think this is a really nice transition into fall as well. It's kind of vampy, but it's not like super vampy, and I'm using all drugstore products, so it can't get easier than that. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I got this look right here, make sure to keep watching. So I'm starting out with most of my makeup done. I'll leave all my makeup details below if you're interested in what I have on, but we're gonna get right into the eyes. So starting out with the Dragon Scales palette, which is the only palette we're gonna be using today for the eyes. I'm going in with the transition shade right here, and I'm just gonna take that on this Wet n Wild fluffy brush, and I'm gonna work that from the outer corner to the inner corner, and I like to take it all the way into where my nose kind of naturally contours to open up my eyes. As I get more towards the middle, I might end up switching over to a MAC 217 or a Smith 247. So once you've built that color up to a point that you like it, we're gonna go in with the next shade, which is the lighter green shimmer shade in the palette. So this one right here, and you really wanna spray your brushes to make these pop. So I'm just gonna take some setting spray. This is just the Catrice Multitasking Prime and Fine. And I'm gonna spray my brush first, and I'm dipping right into that color, and I'm really loading up the brush nicely. Just make sure you don't like pick up too much and you cake it on. I think I might have done that, but that's okay, we'll make it work. And then I'm gonna just start to work that from inner corner all the way to the outer corner. And be careful because there is a tiny bit of fallout if you swipe. So I'm gonna try my best to just pat where I can. There's some places where I'm gonna have to swipe though. So I've pretty much built out the shape that I like. Now I'm gonna go in with a MAC 217. I'm not spraying this brush, but I am gonna dip into that lighter green color. So I'm gonna just work this right into the crease area to blend it into that transition color. And just be careful, don't bring it up too high because it is gonna get a little like gray because the color is mixing. Kind of lost my breath as I was saying that. So as you bring it up, it's gonna get a little gray tone because the green is mixing with that brown. So just be careful so it doesn't get too muddy. It's going to where it mixes, but that's okay. I also don't like to bring it too high because I don't want too much shimmer up into my crease area. All right, so that took about 0.2 seconds to do. So now we're gonna go in with the deeper color. And again, I'm taking that on a synthetic brush. I'm just gonna use the same synthetic brush and I'll flip flop back and forth. I'm just gonna make sure to wipe off any excess on a paper towel. Spraying the brush once again. And then going in with the deeper green, this one right here. And this is different from me, and this is kind of throwing me for this look because I typically go in with a matte shade on the outer corner, but it's nice to experiment and do different things. And a lot of you said you really liked the look that I did in my like review of this whole line, so I wanted to do the same thing. So I'm gonna take that right on this brush, and I'm gonna put that pretty much in the outer third. Maybe even a little bit more. And And when I'm working on this outer corner, I'm flipping my brush so the colorful side is pointing inwards, and I'm kind of working the edge so it doesn't get too messy. And then when I have like no color, you could see I'm kind of just dragging it in here to kind of mix the two. So then we've got to hit the inner corner with this brow bone highlight right here. And I'm not going to spray my brush for this at all. I'm just going to go in with a MAC 222, which is a fluffy brush. I'm going to throw that right on the inner corner, all the way up towards the brow. And then we're gonna repeat the steps on the bottom lash line. So I'm just gonna grab this MAC 224 to start, and I'm grabbing the transition shade, and we're gonna start to take that right under the eye. I'm gonna hold my mirror up like this. Right the way into the inner corner. I'm basically like hugging where my where my eye bag is. I find that's the most flattering for my eyes, but you do whatever works for you. And then I'm just gonna take the darker green and I'm gonna put that on a flat liner brush. This is just a Morphe flat liner brush, and I'm gonna take that right on the tip of this brush, and I'm going to apply that right under the lower lash line. So I'm kind of stamping and wiggling. I just opened a window because I felt like it was kind of dark. I hope that footage is okay, fingers crossed, but hopefully this is a little more helpful. But after stamping and wiggling from outer corner to basically inner corner, I'm gonna take the lighter green shade once again on a pencil brush. This is a MAC 219, and I'm just gonna apply that right under to have a nice blend. So I'm gonna go ahead and just take a nude liner and throw that in the lower waterline. All right, so nude liner is on. So all we've got to do is apply some falsies and some mascara. I think everything is looking pretty good for now. For my falsies, I'm gonna use the Eyelure 126 lashes. They're pretty intense, but I think they go really well with this look. And then I'm gonna apply my lip color as well, which is part of this Wet n Wild collection, and I will show you what everything looks like when I come back. Guys, lashes are on, mascara is on, and the lip is on. I'm starting to get the watery outer corner, so I know it's looking a little funky, but this is my life. So for my lips, I did go in once again with Reddlings, which was part of the Fire Dragon vs. Ice Dragon collection. I don't find these very comfortable. After about an hour's wear, I like want this off of my lips, even if I apply a really hydrating chapstick under. I just am not really a matte lipstick person, but I think with this look, it looks so good. So yeah, once again, I had a lot of fun doing this. Thank you so much for challenging me once again to step out of my comfort zone. I don't use a lot of cool tones typically, but you guys told me you wanted a tutorial on this more in depth, and it just challenges me and allows me to progress as an artist. I think a lot of times on YouTube we get stuck in what we do, and I really appreciate you guys helping me to step out of my comfort zone with this one. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this and learned something. If you'd like to see any more videos from me, please subscribe. It means the world to me, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Bye bye.